Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessToTrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody's doing well. For those of you guys who do not adjust your computer screen or your tablet or whatever you're watching this broadcast with, there is a bag of Green Giant rice frozen veggie broccoli patties on my arm. I'm so lazy. This is what I'm using for an ice pack right now. That's right. You can't even make this stuff up. Anyway, guys, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good trading day. I put on 4 trades today, made money in 4 trades today. The action was solid. But before we go into the action, again, I want to really stress the fact of how important understanding technical analysis is. So couple of days ago, right, about 3-4 days ago, we started seeing a rounding top, right? We started seeing this rounding top, top here, and for the last 3 days, as you see here, the last 3 days, we're putting in lower highs, right? Everybody see this? So here is a high, here's lower high, and here's lower high, right? And right now that we are straddling and holding this 5-day moving average, again, the 5-day moving average represents short-term buys, okay? So the problem that we're seeing, just from the technical point of view, not from the trading aspect, but the problem that we're seeing right now is, well, we know there's a double top, but this rolling top is moving, but we can't crack it yet because it's putting in a higher low off this rising 5. So you're getting a lower high off the macro cycle, but you're getting a higher low off the 5. Something's going to give, okay? Something's going to give. And when you have a circumstance like that, okay, you're going to find yourself in a situation that we talked about every single day, right? And that circumstances is you're going to see aggressive stocks, and you're going to see very, very strong names, okay? And then you're going to see very, very weak names. Again, in the same interval, you're going to see strength and you're going to see weakness because something has to give, right? Something has to give. We're either going to go through this double top, or we're going to start building below this 185 level on the 5-day moving average. And if that's the case, right, then we're going to go lower. So we're in a very, very tight channel. And that's why a lot of people are turning around and saying, well, the Dow is looking great. And the Dow is, okay? The Dow is. But again, look what happened here, right? The Dow is, but now it kind of put in this blow off top. At the same time, you look at the SPYs, right? And they're just kind of sitting there. We all know what happened with the IWM, right? And the IWM had this pretty aggressive 5-6 day move lower. Today had a dead cat bounce, and again, look where he got rejected off the 5-day moving average. While we're sitting here and really starting to really digest exactly what the market's telling us. And from what I saw, for the last 3-4 hours of the day, you could clearly see as the Dow was still up, keep in mind, up 150 points, you could still clearly see how much negative divergence there was, right? You see you see Tesla weak, you see Amazon weak. Again, the Dow was up nearly 200 points. Maybe it was even up 200 points at some point. But when the Dow came in, I mean, this came in really, really aggressively. Again, NVIDIA, right, had a big upgrade a couple of days ago, had a 2 big run. Again, somebody's going to turn around and say, well, it's just resting. And yes, maybe it is, right? Maybe it is. But one of the biggest signs that I saw today that really kind of confirmed and cemented this roundabout top was Alibaba, right? Pre-market, Goldman Sachs gives it a $247 price target, right? Which is very, very aggressive considering the stock closed at $160 a share. So you're talking about 80, 90 points, right? 80, 90 points or so. And it just couldn't even confirm that opening range highs. And again, we traded those opening range highs. I made some money on Alibaba. And this is why, again, I say to all, especially new traders, you want to make sure after you take cash flow, you always want to use break even as a stop. Because if you don't, right? What's going to happen is there's no guarantees and your money will be taken away. So I think tomorrow is a very important session. Okay, I really do. I think tomorrow is an important session. I think whatever we're going to see tomorrow's close, so if we see a close above, one more day above the 5-day, will be bullish. Obviously, the bulls will have a little bit more kind of a leeway. But if we start closing, again, guys, this is an important level. If we start closing below, right? If we start closing below the 5-day moving average, we're going to have problems. Well, not we, but the bulls are, the bulls are going to have a little bit of problems, right? They're going to have a little bit of problems. I thought today the session was good. I thought the session was good. I think there was something there for everybody. If you look at last night's email, you'll see right off the bat, Apple, although you couldn't buy it at 300, I put this on the watch list. Excuse me, I put this on morning strategy. And this is, guys, why you have to get the morning strategy early. We start 5 minutes after 9. I put this into the channel. Guys, watch this break above 230.60, right? Watch this break above 230.60. Apple absolutely exploded. ENDP, congratulations for you guys who did take it. ENDP went from 17.50, what we talked about, to 18 bucks. A nice move there. Celgene, not a big move. Celgene went from $92 to 92.68, and you can see why, right? You can see why it stopped where it did. It hit supply perfectly. X-ray triggered on the close. I know several of you guys. Are short, right? Are short. From the 37.20 level. This thing looks like it's going to crack. I think tomorrow this thing cracks 37. It's going to get hit. So, good job there. Facebook didn't trigger. NK, talk about timing, right? Everybody knows, like, sometimes my partner will call me right before a trade's about to get triggered. Like, he has the most impeccable timing and I'll miss the trade. Same thing happened today with my daughter. My daughter got home at 3 o'clock. She started doing her homework, right? Started doing her homework. And she comes to me and she asked me a question, a math question. And I said, and I gave her the answer. And she didn't believe me. For whatever reason, she didn't believe me. And at that time, NK, right? NK was confirming, okay? And they took out $4, and I watched the stock go from 4 all the way up to 425. So if any of you guys did catch it, good job there as well. Terp didn't, Terp didn't trigger today. Other trades in the room, AMD, I took this thing green to red short. I should have been taking this thing 28 and a quarter. And here's the 28 and a quarter we talked about. I even put this on our Twitter feed. I took this green to red. It went down like 30 something cents. I covered some, and then the rest I got broken even right before it crumbled. So again, it is what it is. I bought Alibaba, right? I bought it right here. I made about 48 cents. I made about 48 cents on some, and then again, broke even on the balance. What else I do? Oh, Netflix. Netflix, I had a nice little chop, a nice little short on Netflix. I shorted it right here. I made about, on 3/4 of my position, I made about like 80 something cents. I was fine with that. And this AGRX, I flipped this thing. I bought this thing like 37, 38 cents, sold it at 41. I know some of you guys bought it back at 44. So I know Ken sold some at 48. That was fine as well. Andrew, man, you got to give a big shout out to Andrew. I even changed his name in the room to Amazon Boy. It wasn't Amazon Boy, but you kind of get the picture. He's been trading Amazon, just absolutely phenomenal. Kudos to him. He's only been in the room for like 4 or 5 months. Just been really, really great trading Amazon on the ranges, especially into supply and buying it off support. Really, really good job there. Tesla, for all you guys who took the Tesla short, congratulations. Big, big move right here off the 300 level. This was the big one. I tweeted all these things into our private Twitter. Once it broke 300, completely just absolutely got destroyed. So good job there for all you guys who took that. I don't know if there was any trade that didn't work. If one didn't, I just don't remember what it is. Okay, so I apologize. But ultimately, good, solid pivot. So, going into tomorrow morning, I want to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt, right? I want to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt. But everything that I'm seeing, guys, is just not giving me a great view. So let's talk about the market, right? Let's talk about the market. Amazon. Let's talk about Amazon short, right? So Amazon closed below the 10-day moving average, right? Again, if you believe in the whole theory, right? If you believe in the whole theory that stocks trade from supply to supply and demand to demand, And oh, by the way, that the 10-day moving average is the birth of the trade. Well, this is it. I mean, this is it. So keep an eye on tomorrow. Amazon, if it starts building below 1749, you could get a move to, 1949. You could get a move to like 1920, 1903. I mean, it could be very, very aggressive. So for all you guys who are trading on the option side, again, this is the 50-day moving average. That could be your, your prospect. Starbucks had a big run, 2-week run, starting to roll over again. Again, yesterday it stopped at the 50-day moving average. If the 50-day moving average confirms and starts building below that 55.25, I think the stock's going lower. So keep an eye on that. X-ray again from last night, triggered today at the close. Again, I think this thing is going lower. I mean, again, I think this thing's going lower. I think once it cracks 37, I think this thing is going to go down. So keep an eye on that. NBLX, nice looking chart. Watch it above this break here. 39.80, 40 bucks. Keep an eye on the break here. I like this little NVAX. Here. Nice looking stock. I think a 220 break, right? I think a 220 break will get this thing going. And the last one I kind of like, this is MVIS, right? I like this MVIS. So this is the highest close in the formation. It looks like it's about to bust out. If it could just get above 138 or so, I think the stock goes higher. So guys, have a great night, everybody. It's time. So, it's almost time for the Yankee game. Unlike a lot of diehard Yankee fans, right? Yeah, it will suck if we lose, but hey, I have my Jets and my Knicks, right? So hopefully they win tonight. Guys, have a great night. As you can see, the struggle is real, baby. Look, the struggle is real. This is how we do in my house. This is my ice pack. Guys, have a great night. God bless. I'll see you all tomorrow.